advertising is beautiful when done properly.
And Microsoft did change the way people are going to search.
How do consumers interact with advertising?
Consumer is evolving super fast, and therefore the advertising has to evolve to keep up with the consumer.
We took it over 3 years ago in an okay position, but it's fair to say that the partnership has developed and blossomed since then, and the business has grown significantly since then. Much of which has been driven by your investment in the people, as our business has grown and expanded across the region. So there's a number of highlights. And what we value most is the trusted partnership that we have. Microsoft really values relationships and trust and partnership. We sort of enable a partner ecosystem across lots of parts of our business, and I think InMobi fits into that beautifully on the advertising side.
I think what started in India in 2020 has grown multifolds, and it's great to see organizations, both Microsoft and InMobi, coming together, sharing the same beliefs, cultural values, and solving for the customer with a customer-first mindset. Advertising is a crowded space, and playing with the bigger giants out there, it could be a bit challenging. And then I think we've also grown the partnership from one region to the another. So navigating through those cultural nuances of every region, and I think it has been a great ride with a lot of learnings, and of course having a partner such as Microsoft and yourself by our side while we do this. And now we've grown to like 75 countries. We are now live in India, Southeast Asia, Middle East, and African markets.
I think that's the learning from the markets where you've been successful so far. I think will help set the partnership up for more success in the future.
Yeah, and we also see the advertisers and agencies welcome the solution with open arms.
Yep.
And right. I think there is a lot of excitement in terms of what's happening in advertising.
When I think about the future of advertising, I think about it through two lenses. One is through the advertiser lens, which is to your point around tools and technology and all those sorts of things. But there's also how do consumers interact with advertising? And there's been a lot of talk around data privacy and the cookie deprecation that's coming. Personalized data sharing and all the things that we know and the industry is grappling about. So it will be interesting through a consumer lens. Will we get to a point where consumers are consenting their data out to advertisers or not? And will there be some sort of exchange of value back to the consumer? I don't know. Possibly, I suspect that's probably the way that we're moving. And then from an advertiser perspective, it's well, how do I get my message in front of that consumer in a relevant way and meet them where they are, to our point that we made earlier. And I think the technology is going to help enable that. AI plays a major piece in that puzzle as well. Because look, advertising is beautiful when done properly.
Yeah.
When it's native to your experience in whatever platform you're on, if it appears and it feels like it should be there, that's when advertising works, and that's typically when consumers interact better and maybe buy something or build the loyalty and the love for that brand.
I think what happened last year with the whole announcement with OpenAI, I think the world of search changed, and I think Microsoft did change the way people are going to search and the experience that the search could offer. And then of course it's not just search anymore, because in the new era of advertising, I think the consumer is connected, and it has become increasingly important for brands to literally target consumers at every stage of the marketing funnel.
Yep.
And with the advancements that Microsoft has made in terms of not just powering performance experiences through search, but then across the whole display native network, which is MSAN, and the rich audience data that Microsoft brings in, which kind of offers precise targeting on top of the solutions that you offer. So I don't think it's siloed anymore. I think there is no more search, no shopping, no PLA, no DSA, no remarketing, but it's the entire stack of solution that that is going to change, and I think that's what the new era of advertising is about.
Yeah, and if I had some advice for the marketers out there, I think the key is really to lean into the change. The industry is evolving. We've talked about that. There's a lot of things that are available, but a lot of things that are coming. And AI as an example, don't be afraid. Don't walk away from it. Lean into it. Learn. No one has all the answers. And we have an opportunity to sort of grow with it and learn from it.
Yeah. So the key is to keep an open mind and just embrace what's out there and what the change is coming about.
Definitely.
Interesting times.
Exciting.
So advertising is evolving very fast. I think the whole advertising industry usually has been very dynamic. And I think with what's happening right now, I think it's moving even faster because, we talk about AI all the time. AI, I think in some shape and form existed always, but it was a lot. It was existing a lot with the enterprises first, but now literally the generative AI piece is sitting with the consumers, and therefore the consumer is evolving super fast, and therefore the advertising has to evolve to keep up with the consumer. So I think it's all evolving at a very fast pace. I think the key here is to actually, for us to bring in insights and executable tech, wherein, we help brands and marketers understand what's the new technology that is available, and then also understand their consumers better to be able to use the right technology when they address their consumers. So I think it's all moving very fast. I think there is a lot yet to come, but I think the key part is to actually embrace the change with an open mind in terms of what is the problem statement that exists with the marketers and what technology they use to kind of leverage and figure out the best solutions suitable for their brands. AI will definitely bring in efficiencies of scale, so the marketers and brands can focus more on strategy and brand building rather than thinking about things such as execution, because I think a lot of that is going to be automated.
If you had to put it down to sort of a couple of key trends, in my mind, it's automation and personalization.